and heat. Time to take a stand, boys. Time to make a choice. Time to find our courage. Time to be deployed. Make our only stand here. Make our roads complete. All we waited for now, past and future meet. Get your weapons ready. Kiss the ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Settle wrong from right. In the time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go.
What's going on, everybody? Hello, Arvanauts. Welcome to another week of the stream. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 4 of Pillars of Eternity, more specifically. It is good to see everyone out there. I hope everyone's doing well. 9:10 p.m. It is, what temperature is it right now? It is 35 degrees Fahrenheit in the big city. And, yeah, I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to the stream, and welcome to probably the final stream of the week, because I'm going to be away for the next couple of days, but I'll talk about that in just a minute. First of all, let me say hi to everybody and remind all of you that the best way to support the stream is to hit that exclamation point CTT, which Apples has just done, and that will give you a chance to tweet out the stream, spread the word about the show, or hit that share button under the video player to tweet out the stream. More of you guys have been doing that and spreading the word through the tweets and such, and that is very much appreciated, so thank you guys very much for that. Exclamation point ArvTube will get you over to my YouTube channel, which is now up to about 293 or 294 subscribers, so that thing has been doing great guns. Currently, the interview that I did with Josh Sawyer a couple of weeks ago is up to 9,000 views with 100 upvotes and 1 downvote, so that's cool. I'm pretty happy with that ratio and with the positive comments and so on, so that's going on as well. And then, of course, exclamation point Steam group will get you over to my Steam group with the rest of the Arvanauts, where you can hang out and talk to people in between streams. We're up to 221 members over there. So all of that stuff is the way that you can help, along with sort of tweeting at the stream and letting people know about it. Pillars of Eternity tonight. I will not be here on Thursday or Friday because tomorrow night I am flying out to Seattle for NorwestCon, which is a pretty large Northwestern Regional Convention. I'm going to be on 5 panels there, and in fact, here, let me see if I can find what my schedule is. I'll let you guys know what panels they've asked me to be on. I'm going to be a presenting author, so they've asked me to be on, let's see, the following 5 panels. First of all, I got workshops, so I actually did a little bit of workshop work today. Also, I'm working on a short story at the moment, so after doing a bunch of grading over the past week. But I am going to be on, wait for it. Let's see, I've got a workshop Friday. Then I have a reading on 5:30 on Friday. I have to figure out what I'm going to read there. Saturday morning, Podcasting 201, and we're going to talk a little bit about podcasting and about how to get into it as a fantasy author. I'll be on that panel with a couple of people, one of whom is named Johnny Nero Action Hero. So, make of that what you will. At 1 o'clock, I will be hanging out with 5 other people. It's a big panel, 6 people on the Anti-Procrastination First Aid Kit for Writers. 4 o'clock, Forms of Plot Structure, hanging out with Steve Barnes, Susan DeFreitas, Matt Youngmark, and Mike Selinker. Mike Selinker is the guy who did the Pathfinder Adventure card game, if you guys know what that is. He's also done a bunch of different games throughout the years as well. And then Saturday night, He Said, She Said, writing dialogue with a bunch of people, including Carol Berg, who's a pretty well-known author, so that's going to be cool. Then another workshop Sunday morning, and then I finish up with Authors with Volume at 12 noon on Sunday, and then I will be flying back out here on Tuesday. So I am going to be hanging out there and doing stuff, so I will not be streaming Thursday or Friday. I'm going to be back Tuesday, but it doesn't look like I'll be back in time enough to stream, because it looks like I'm getting back in around midnight, so that means that I probably wouldn't be able to stream until about like 1 a.m. Eastern, and I don't think I'm going to be in the state to be able to stream on 1 a.m. Eastern. So I will either try to stream possibly on Wednesday to sort of make up for it, or if not, then I'll just do it on Thursday. I know that my wife and daughter are still going to be out in Seattle for a couple extra days, so I'm just going to be out here myself so I can teach my course on Thursday. And then Friday of next week, I'm hanging out in Ad Astra in Canada, where I'm going to be doing a set of panels up there as well, again as a professional presenting author. I'm going to be also meeting up with my publisher that's doing the Grey Shade, the Grey Assassin trilogy. And on Sunday, I'm actually doing a live Dungeons & Dragons session. And this is going to be with the guys, I don't know if anyone has heard of these folks, but D&D UI, which is Dungeons & Dragons Under the Influence. I had not heard of them before, I have to admit, but they are also members of the Sensorium that I'm a member of through my publisher. And so I'm going to be hanging out with them and with Ed Greenwood doing that on Sunday. So anyway, going to be a busy couple of weeks, and then I'll be back, and things will be back to normal for a couple of months as well. One note that I want to make about ArvCon. I actually have had a chance to talk a little bit more with people about that, and it looks like we are aiming for towards the end of May. One possible date, although this isn't confirmed, is Saturday the 30th and Sunday the 31st. That is a possible date for ArvCon, so mark your calendars about that. I've gotten some good suggestions from some people about different things I can do with ArvCon, so I'm thinking about that along with some other possibilities that I'm cogitating. So mark your calendars, let people know, and yeah, so that's the deal with that. So Pillars of Eternity night, no stream until next week. Then I'll have only 1 or 2 streams. Then I'll be gone again for a convention, and then I'll be back, and we'll be back to our normal schedule. If I can fit another stream in, I will. I am going to bring my laptop with me. I guess there's an outside shot that I could maybe do like a Fighting Fantasy Gamebook stream or some kind of a web game or something like that when I'm out there. But the truth is, you guys know the deal. The hotel internet tends to be so terrible that uploading stuff from a hotel room is often not very successful. So I don't know if that's going to work out. But either way, we'll have a stream tonight, so that shall be fun. All right, let me say hi to everybody before I pull up the video and we get started. Hi to Grimnir, to Call, to TNS. What's up, Buttonus? Hello, Snownom Dorsch. I know you too. For some reason, I couldn't pronounce that for a second. What's up, Sniper? Hello, Diddy. What's up, Nazarin? Hello, Mizu Fluffy. What's up, Mr. Cal? What's up, Mercurius? Hello, Kanan Tech. What's up, Jay Robertson? Hello, Jessariat. What's going on, Dr. Daniel Jackson? What's up, Dear Dragoon? Every time I see that name, I keep thinking, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, but I am for real. I don't know. And for some reason, I just see that name. It makes me think that. What's up, Dear Dragoon? What's up, Dark and Wolf? Hello, Cujo. What's up, man? What's going on, Arcades? Hello, Alark. What's up, Aegis? What's up, Shadowed? What's going on, Lego? What is up, Fallen? Hello, Burner and Apples. What is going on, everybody? Good to see everybody. All right. So let us pull up our video, shall we? We'll do that by getting rid of this and getting rid of this and putting on that. Hello, everyone. Good to see everybody. I got my Sega Dreamcast shirt on today. So, sadly underrated system. Good to see everybody, and yeah, we're gonna get started now. I noticed somebody in the pre-show was talking a little bit about patches for Pillars of Eternity. I have to admit, I did a little bit of searching earlier today on the Reddit forums for Pillars, and I'm a little nervous because I'm a little worried about that I may have fallen afoul of some of the bugs. There's a lot of bugs that I won't go into, and there's supposedly a big patch which is going to address all of this sometime this week. But I'll tell you that what I know about for sure is that if you double-click on an item to equip it, it erases your passive buffs. So if you have a passive racial buff or a passive buff because of your background, that gets erased if you double-click an item that equips that would overwrite that buff, basically. I don't think I've double-clicked anything to equip it, but that's a concern. The second thing is that apparently in some places, if you save a game and then load that game in a particular channel, like in a particular area where you found an NPC, they're like one of your companions, that can screw up your companions so that it causes this stacking bug where a lot of them can end up with these ridiculous over-the-top levels of defenses. Like basically instead of having 15, 20 deflection, people are reporting having like 60, 75, 80 deflection because of that buff. I really hope that hasn't happened, but I mean, knowing the way I am about saves, it's hard for me to believe that I wouldn't have saved in a place where I found a companion once. And then the last thing is that there's supposedly a bug associated with Rhetoric's Hold, which is where I'm going to be going. I was planning to go tonight, which I'm a little nervous about also. So I don't know. I mean, it's hopefully that won't be an issue and these things won't be the concern, but I don't know. I'm just letting everybody know up front. I'm a little nervous, so I'm going to check my stats when I get into the game, and we'll see. But yeah, bugs are clearly a part of existence and part of life when it comes to computer games, but I really hope I have not fallen afoul of that. They're apparently working on something which will retroactively patch the save games, which they kind of have to do. But still, it's a little bit troubling. So anyway, let's get under the way with Pillars of Eternity. Let's do it up. Oh, yeah, I think we enabled the link system. All you have to do, Shadowed, anyone can just do permit, or do that. You can do that too. Pretty soon, there's going to come a point, we don't have to do it yet, but there's going to come a point where, you can go ahead, Arcades, it's just the thing that we're putting in. We may at some point have to add in, like, sort of enable the link block system, and all you would need to do is ask for permission to do a link, and then the moderators could just go !permit. We're not there yet, but we're getting to the point where we may have to do that at some point, so just letting you know that may be coming down the block. I'm still coming down the block. I started singing Jenny, I'm still Jenny in the block. That's deeply troubling. I need it, Fallen. I'll tell you what, man. I need it. Ooh, and I want to try something too. See if this works. Yes! It works! Oh my goodness, it works. I just created borderless windowed mode. Alt-Enter. Borderless windowed mode. Yay. Awesome. It no longer alt-tabs out of the game. Love it. Love it. Just made a one-guy party in his harem as companions. Nice. Nice. And what's up, Varney? Okay. Alright, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? As I try to remember where I am, I think I'm in Gilded Vale. Yeah. Intelligence +1. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I was like, I'll try Alt-Enter, and then it was like, works perfectly. I'm like, woohoo! You were just watching day 2 on YouTube? Nice, Mizu. Well, you know, I'm going to be gone for a week, so you'll have a chance to catch up, Mizu. But no excuses. By the time I come back, when I hit day 5, I expect you to be ready for the pop quiz I'm going to give you. That'll give you all the details. I'm just giving you a hard time. You guys don't need to take quizzes. Oh, yeah, nice. Feels great to be here before the game starts. Cool. That's cool, Mizu. Oh, Varney, I was just talking about the double clicking.
Indeed.
Before you came on, I was just talking about it. I know. It's one of those bugs. All right. Now, cross your fingers, people. Now I need to look at my defenses. 42, 35, 66. Oh, God. Yep. He's got the bug, people. He's got the bug. Look at his numbers. No, it's no problem, man. What's up, Club? Look at those numbers. Oh, crap. He's got 108 defense. No, I understand, Mizu. No, I understand. I'm just giving you a hard time, Mizu. 97 fortitude, 73 reflex, and 79 will. Ugh. What's up, TNS? That is a terrible bug. Oh, he's got 67 intelligence. That's lovely. 63 will. He's got 63 will. There's a solution. What's the solution? That is a bad bug. I don't see an issue here. No, the game hasn't received it. I mean, I don't give a damn about achievements. How do you re-enable it with console mode, Varney? How do you re-enable it with console mode? I don't care about achievements. They can, I tell you what, they can patch the game and fix Steam achievements then. That's a pretty bad bug. Blech. So yeah, there's a game that's there's a big patch coming supposedly later this week, G-Man, which will resolve some of this, but dismissing them and reselecting them works. Okay, let me see if that's true. Let me try that first. First.
What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
How do I dismiss them, though? Yeah, I know, right, Mizu? How do I dismiss a party member?
Hey.
Let me try that before I start filling up with anything else. What's up, Polar? How you doing, man?
I'm here.
Yeah, apparently I have this problem too. I don't know why I would have the problem. It was supposedly just a companion problem. Although I do have a pretty phenomenal reflex anyway. Because I've already got +5 reflex. +5 is +10 reflex. +2 is 12 reflex. No, well. +12 reflex. What else do I have? That's 5, so it's 17 reflex. You can modify a party at the end. Yeah, dismiss myself. What's up, game? Good to see you, man. All right, let me go see if I can modify myself. God, that's really disappointing. And see, the problem was a lot of people were talking about the fact that they were like, oh, you know, it's not a big deal. I don't have that bug. And what they didn't realize is that they didn't notice this bug. I certainly wouldn't have noticed it. But there were a lot of people that were complaining about how the game was too easy, even on hard. And then it was like, oh, I see why. Hey, what's up, Mike? Yeah, we've been talking about the inventory double-click bug. That's not my problem, though. The problem is not that. I'll show you exactly what it is, Mike. It's not the double-click bug. It's the other bug. If you save a game and then load it in the same screen where you get a new companion, they get a bug where they start, every time you load it, they restack their defenses, which is why I have 108 deflection, 97 fortitude, 73 reflex, and 79 will. It's also why Ader has 63 will, and why Aloth has 55 reflex and 67 will. So, problems. So I'm going to try to dismiss my characters and then get back. Dismiss my companions and then get them back, but... blah, 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 blah.
Greetings. Greetings.
All right. Let's see if that fixed it. Nope. That did not fix it. You gonna catch up to me? What do you mean, game? Yeah. God damn it. Alright, let me check how to do this. But what's the console command that... Oh, big double three. Happy birthday, game. Happy birthday, man. What's up, I'm curious. Okay. I'm trying to find where in this... How do I find... Hold on. All right, let me see if I can find, here we go. Let me see if this works. I'm just quickly reading this thread. Sorry, guys. Hey, what's up? Awesome, Parker. Thanks for turning it around that fast, too, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I got the console open, but I'm trying to find what is the specific thing that I need to adjust. All right, hold on a second here. Sorry about that. Let's see. Okay, they have another option here. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to show you guys exactly, what I'm looking at. Here you go. I'm going to do this right now. We're going to do this together. This will be a good test. This doesn't seem even vaguely sketchy. All right, let's see what we got. So, hey, what's up, Matt? Yeah, well, it definitely is, Mizu. I mean, it's a problem. It's a big problem. Trust of all time. It is a concern for sure. Okay. All right, there's that. Downloaded that. Scan this quickly. Okay. I'm going to install this now. All right, so I'm going through this step by step. You guys want to follow along, you can see what I'm doing. Right now, I'm doing the first step, which is I'm installing Cheat Engine 6.4, which ironically is to keep me from cheating. Ironically. Eventually. Someday, assuming it ever loads. Why are you taking so long to load? Why are you not loading? Ah, there we go. There we go. Yes, I wish to run this file. Okay, so I'm running this now. I'm installing Cheat Engine 6.4. We're going to get a real-time test here. No, I'm not doing Express. Nice try, though. I do not want the safer browser either. Wow. This is like trying to install shovelware on my computer. Nope. Nope. No shovelware for you, sir. Alright, extracting. Blah, blah, blah. I don't even know what all that means. Doesn't matter. Okay. No, I don't want to try the tutorial. Alright. So that takes care of that. Now, we'll move you over there. Okay, that is now installed and running. Now, next step, we set all enemies to level 9999. Ah! Okay. Now, let's see. We download Pillars of Eternity, blah, 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 v.8 CT. Should be opened in Cheat Engine after installation. Okay. Let's open this thing up. Existing file. Alright, I've opened it. Run PoE, load a game. Very important. Strip your characters. Alright? Strip my characters. Alright? Time to strip my characters, people. And actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to load it back here. So. Yeah, it's really obnoxious. What's up, Rogan? Okay, now, step 2. So I downloaded and installed that. Okay, here we go. I loaded this. And
I shall.
I can't believe that bug, man. That's crazy. All right. So we're going to strip them of all stuff. Here we go. Stripping time. No hat. No cape. No armor. No ring of deflection. No boots. Oh, god damn it. I said... Thought it was the wrong person. Okay. There we go. No shield. Not even any quick items. No weapon sets. No quick items. Alright, Ader. Alright, Arvin, you're next. Black Hound. My quick items. My bow. Okay. Fully stripped. Fully stripped. I've got to remove my stuff from my pirate. Man, these guys are all buff. These guys are all buff. These guys did not skip Ab Day. And Aloth. Okay, now if anyone's not going to be buff, it's a wizard. He's pretty buff too. I'm sorry. Are all wizards looking like this, really? Oh my. Okay. Stripped, nothing on him. Stripped, nothing on him. Stripped, nothing on him. Stripped, nothing on him. Okay. Every item should be in the backpack. Buff toggle skill should be active, so there are no buff toggle skill. No buff toggle skill? There aren't any buff toggle skills. Actually, wait a minute. That's not true. Yes, there are, because he doesn't have
Hey.
anything, but he does. Take that off.
What? I?
Okay, you're good. All right. Now, run Cheat Engine through double-clicking on Pillars of Eternity. What is this now? Okay, so let's see. So now, let's see. Strip your character. No. Alt-tab the desktop. Yes. Run Cheat Engine through double-clicking on Pillars of Eternity. .0. Actually, wait a second.
Indeed. Laying low.
Good, it worked. That's what I wanted it to do. All right. Put it back into its full screen Alt-tab mode. All right. Now, double-click on... All right, let's try this again. Double-click on this. Okay. Click the flashing button, select a process to open. Okay. Did that. Find Pillars of Eternity and click Open. Find Pillars of Eternity and click Open. Okay. Confirm, keep the current address list. Yes. Okay. Now with the address list provided by Figment, you can expand it on the bottom in a directory tree-like manner. Your characters are sorted by in-game portrait position. Oh, dear God. All right. Address list provided by... Okay, there we go. So I did that. Let's see. And then expand them further and find stats defenses. In stats, you'll find variables like base might and might bonus. Do not modify any base stat, but set every bonus to 0. Set every bonus to 0. Okay, here we go. So Constitution bonus. 0. Okay. Dexterity bonus. It's already at 0. Perception bonus. Let's set that to 0. Zero. Okay. Perception bonus is 0. Let's see. Hey, what's up, the clique? What's going on, Graydon? Sorry, guys. In case people wonder what I'm doing, I'm actually figuring them. Okay, I'll see. I may end up not having to do that, Varney, if this works, but we'll see. I'm trying to avoid, like, consoling it in, but I will do that if I have to. Okay, so that's now. Might bonus is 0. Con bonus is 0. Dexterity bonus is 0. Thanks for the follow, clique. Perception bonus is 0. Intellect bonus is 0. Resolve bonus is 0. Okay. And then it says, same thing with defenses. Okay, let's see. Base deflection. Set any bonuses to 0. Deflection bonus 0. Fortitude bonus 0. Reflex bonus 0. Will bonus 0. Good. That's done. All right. So that takes care of that. That's Arvin taken care of. Now, next one up is Ader. All right, here we go. This should be funny. So my stats for Ader, might bonus is 0. Constitution bonus should be 0. And it's right now it's at 1 for some reason. So 0. Let's see. Dexterity bonus is 0. Perception bonus needs to be set to 0. Okay. Intellect bonus is at 0. Resolve is normal. Okay. Now defenses. Now here's where things should be screwed up. Yeah. So right now, he's got nothing on him. So his bonus for defenses should be 0. Right now his deflection bonus is at 35 according to this. Not. Let's change that to 0, please. His fortitude bonus is 25. No. His reflex bonus is 25. No. His will bonus is 25. No. Inaccurate. Inaccurate. Wow. Unreal. Okay. So that takes care of his defenses. Care of his stats and his defenses. That takes care of Ader. Now, Durance. Durance, what's your situation, sir? Right now, his might bonus is 0, con bonus is 0, dexterity bonus is 0, his perception bonus is 1. That should not be the case. Con bonus should be, his perception bonus should be 0. Okay. And his defenses. His fortitude bonus is 10. Why would his fortitude bonus be 10? His fortitude bonus should not be 10. He's not wearing anything. Yes, I agree with that for sure. Okay, that's him. And then last is Aloth. Aloth. Right now, your Constitution bonus is 0, Dex bonus is 0, Perception bonus is 1. It shouldn't be 1. It should be 0, I believe. Resolve bonus is 0. Hey, what's up, Shadow? I am the Shadow. Is this the night for everyone just choosing new names on purpose to confuse and such? Okay, defenses. Here we go. Fortitude bonus is 0. Reflex bonus is 5. Why is your reflex bonus 5? Why is your will bonus 20? You don't have anything on you. It should not be those things at all. All right. Now it says Alt-Tab to PoE and save the game. Okay. Now, we're going to do is we're going to see if that worked. Out of that.
Indeed.
We're going to walk into a house because I know that it doesn't function inside a house. Like if you're inside a house, this doesn't happen. So, I need to go inside a house. I know, right? Okay. Now we're going to test out their bonuses. We're going to see if this worked. Let's take a look, shall we? Ah, that is a lot more rational. That's a lot more rational. Look at that. From 180s down to 36, 53, 31, 39. And that's based upon his skills up here. What's up, Lakota? No, but Varney, I just tried that. I just tried removing characters and then adding them back, but it didn't fix them. And I think the bug you're referring to is the double click bug. That's not the bug that I'm dealing with right here. Good to see you, Lakota. That's not the bug that I'm dealing with here. This bug that I'm dealing with is related to stacking statistics and stuff. So yeah, as far as the breaking the save game, Rogan, I can't imagine that it would. Modify the bonuses for defenses, not stats. No, that's not true. That's not true, Shadowed. Because what it says is you don't want to change the base stats. But it actually says, do not modify any base stat, but set every bonus to 0. So if you look under the steps, you'll see that it says to set the bonus to 0. I didn't modify any of the base stats. I just set the bonuses to 0. Okay. That was super useful, Internet. Thank you. All right, now let's put back their stuff. Now let's put back their stuff and let's see what we've got. Okay. We'll start with the dog. Okay, now I do not double-click anything to equip it. Can't do that. Just drag and drop, which fortunately I've been doing anyway. Yeah, the problem is, Mr. Cal, their bonuses were like 108. His bonus, like, there's a bug where every time you load the game, it keeps restacking their bonuses. So Ader had essentially become a god. Like, Ader had 108 deflection. So if I kept playing this way, it would have made the game... It's not a game. It's not challenging anymore at all. It's not a game, really. So, that's sort of where we were at. Okay, so we're not double-clicking. What do you guys think? Maybe I'll just leave it like this. Yeah. What do you guys think? Maybe I'll just do this. I'll just have Ader go into combat this way. He'll punch people with his mighty fist, with his cape flowing behind him. Singing, "If I were king of the forest." Oh, God. His armor's very useful. I know. I just thought about it for a minute. Okay. Now you can look at, and then I want to take a look at these defenses. And actually, can someone do me a favor, just because I just closed out the page? Can you guys look, in Shadowed, or one of you guys who's on that page already, can you double check? I can avoid this bug from reoccurring if I just save inside a house, right? Can't I save inside a building? The only way it happens is if you're actually outside. There'll be a naked pirate. No. Just if I'm outside in the same level where I found the guy, right? Like, I want to make sure I don't replicate this bug. So would someone be so lovely and wonderful and super spectacular as to confirm this for me? I want to make sure that that's right. And then we'll actually start playing the game. I am glad that that bug fix worked that quickly. Because I was not looking forward to either having to pretend that my guys had suddenly become gods, or... the tanking and the buff. Roar! Yep. That's a bad bug, by the way. That is a bad bug. Well, yeah, Mizu, exactly, and that's why. Okay, so now let's take a look at our defenses. 41, 35, 64, 35, and he's supposed to be fast as reflex for a variety of reasons. 57, he should have good defenses, just not ridiculous ones. It's half of what he had before. I am Ader. I am a god. You're not seeing anything about the bug not occurring. Like, how do I keep it from replicating? I just want to know how to save my game. That's all. 60 fortitude, 36 reflex, 44 resolve, or 44 will. That makes a lot more sense. 32, 47, 26, 63. That makes a lot more sense. And 28, 33, 48, 47 makes a lot more sense. Now, let's take a look at their individual statistics as well. 13, 10, 18, 17, 13, 10. That sounds right. 16, 17, 11, 10, 13, 12. That sounds right. 14, 15, 9, 9, 13, 19. That sounds right. 12, 10, 11, 16, 16, 13. Yeah, that sounds right. I have to keep replaying the game every day. You never stop playing. You can never save. It's Iron Man. It's all Iron Man.
Yes, I shall.
All right, let me double check.
And what does the flame reveal?
Of course.
All right, let me check and see if we can find out how to avoid... Avoid game baking bug, Pillars of Eternity. Just don't save in the recruiting area. Yeah, the racial special abilities come back. Because the thing is that that's part of their base sort of setup, so... let's see. Newly disclosed bug. Companion stat boost bug. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. Enter a building. Probably aware of the issues. And then there's people complaining about why they're not doing bugs. Could you just actually answer the question instead of bitching about the bugs, please? Yeah, I don't see it either in that link. I'm just looking quickly on Obsidian's forums for this. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that... I don't do that. See, a lot of people are saying, they're like, oh, I haven't experienced any of these game-breaking bugs. That's not... I bet that's not true. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Save the game, quit the game, blah, 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 blah. Dismiss and recruit. Don't save in guild. All right. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do is, and you guys are going to have to help me with this. Please, please, please help me with this. If for some reason I'm like, okay, time to save, you need to be like, no! Make sure that I'm not saving in those places. Gilded Vale, Caed Nua, and Maegren's Folk. Because Gilded Vale is where I got both Aloth and Ader, and Gilded Vale is, and Maegren's Folk is where I got him. So I'm going to go, let's see, where can I go? Where the hell am I going in the first place? Let's see. I think I'm going to Raedric's Hold. So let's go. All right. So what we're going to do is... It's to the east, I believe. So we're going to go right back up here where I started. We're going to go up here. Okay. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go across to the zone in between, and I'm going to save there. It's a bad bug. I hope they, you know, I would almost say they ought to have like a, they got to have like a hotfix for that or something, don't they? They got to get a hotfix out for that. It's really bad. And it's bad in part because it's subtle. Like, it's not something you would have noticed. I don't really think it affected me very much because I wasn't saving a whole lot except when I was in that one area, which was underneath in the temple. So, okay, Esternwood. I'm going to save here. I did not find any companion here. So I'm going to save here. To delete that save, I'm going to save right here in Esternwood. Okay. So if I go back to Gilded Vale or Maegren's Folk and I start trying to save, you guys have the right and indeed the responsibility to hit me with a wet trout. Yeah, well, and they do have to fix it retroactively for sure. In before 10 steps from now, I know. Well, that's okay, though. That's okay, Burner. It's okay if I find a companion, as long as I don't, once I get the companion, then save and load in the same zone. From what I understand, so. Okay, so that was interesting. All right, now we can actually start to play. I'm glad I was able to fix that bug, man. Let me just confirm that the bug is still fixed. Yes. That looks like it's still the same. Okay, good. Lovely. Cool. All right. Well, from what I was reading, Rogan, it's just a mistake in how the spreadsheet is figuring out who does what. So I think it actually won't be as bad as it might otherwise seem. But, you know, who knows? It's a bug. They got to figure out something because that's a pretty bad bug. All right. So as always, I want to start by reading the biography. I'm not going to read the first part because those of you can watch. But basically, I hail from the Deadfire Archipelago, choosing to live on the frontier. My violent pillaging by raiders left me mangled without a home. I decided to travel to Gilded Vale to distance myself from my old life. I went to a caravan that was on the way to Gilded Vale. I fell ill. Cavern Master sent me off. When I came back, the cavern had been basically wiped out by these guys who were mad that we were in their ruins. And then I almost had my soul torn from my body by a Beowick, but I managed to escape it by entering this ruin. Once I went through the ruins and got out of the ruin, there was a strange ritual being performed at some ancient machine, and I was knocked out. When I came to, my companions had been killed, and I was now gifted with the ability to see ghosts and basically contact with the spirit. That's true, Mizu. That would be the case, I guess, yeah. I don't think you actually can do that, but that would be the case. So I don't think they can do that, Graydon. They can't do that, though. They've already said they want to make it retroactive. They can't do that to people now. They would get so much, like, flack for that. I don't think they can do that. I got my soul turned apart by a Buick. Yes. And then I decided I would go to Gilded Vale to find out who could cure me. When I got into Gilded Vale, I found that the town was pretty much screwed up. It's a dying town because of a phenomenon called Waidwen's Legacy, which is causing the children in the town to be born without souls. And then the Lord of the Hold, Raedric's Hold, the leader of the Hold, basically has been killing people because they haven't been able to keep his wife from giving birth to soulless children. So I found a wizard named Aloth. I also found Adair, a farmer and follower of Aethys, and I took both of them. I had a dream that basically told me about this, that I was the Watcher, and I went to find one of the hanging women from the tree, the dwarf woman. She told me I was a Watcher and explained that I could find another Watcher named Mariwold, who's master of the keep in the area. The magistrate confirmed that I couldn't settle in Gilded Vale because things are really screwed up there. And then the last one I found was Durance, who decided that I was a Watcher and was convinced that we're meant to journey together and instruct one another. And the quest that I am on right now, I think that a vision is, yeah. The quest that I'm on right now is I've been asked to free Gilded Vale from this guy, Lord Raedric, who basically is just doing all these terrible things to the people. So I need to put an end to Raedric's rule, and that means I need to get to his keep, which lies east of the place I'm now, east of the Esternwood. And he thinks that I should either find a way in through the sewers, or I might be able to find a way to access the upper floor of the castle where his contact resides. Yeah, well, I mean, you could be right. You could definitely be right, Graydon, but boy, I hope not, because that would be bad. That would be very, very bad. Alright, so here we are in the Esternwood. This place looks lovely. A charming place. Golden celery, people. I have found golden celery. I know you didn't think I could find it, but I have found it. The golden celery. These carvings glisten with fresh sap. What carvings?
And what does the flame reveal?
That means there's someone who's ahead of me. Anyway, sorry about that little delay at the beginning, guys, but we're on it now. This place is delightful and welcoming. Yeah, I don't really understand how they could do that. I read people talking about the idea that, well, there's no way they could have known, and I'm like, yeah, but... Whoa. Oh, it's a wict. Come back here, please.
Yes?
Warding symbols as red and rough as scabs have been carved into some of the trees. But I feel like, wouldn't that be one of the automatic things you would do? Let's go, wict. Oh! 19 pierce damage. I interrupted Wick by interrupting one's life. Now, these guys always die easy, so... Okay. Those numbers are holding consistent. Yeah, I don't, yeah. It's a pretty bad bug. See, the problem is that, like, certainly other people have certainly had issues with bugs before. God knows. I mean, do you guys remember the bug that I encountered playing Arkham Origins, where there was one part where I literally couldn't get through it till they patched it? It was in the middle of, I was going through the Mad Hatter stage, the Mad Hatter house, and there was something that was fouled up about the graphics where you go into this one room and something fouled up would happen, and I couldn't fix it until, I mean, that was a bad bug. So plenty of other companies have bugs. The problem is that Obsidian's rep has become so tainted by their bug history, and that's not all their fault. A lot of it, like with Coder 2, the bugs in Coder 2 was just as much the fault of the publisher, that LucasArts was like, you've got to get this game out before it was ready. So it's not only their fault, it's just that now their rep is such that, like, if they didn't have a perfect launch, people were going to be mad about it. Still, I still don't think it's going to be a big thing in the long term as long as they get this patch moving quickly, but boy. Hey, what's up, Pelmalayan? I just did the exact same thing. Pelmalayan, on stream, I just did the exact same thing, and it worked for me also, so yeah. Knock on wood. Yep. Shadow Warrior Redux for the story. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, and I just went through the exact same thing, so... It's a good thing, but, like, yeah. I do love my community, though. You guys are so well informed. You're just immediately like, hey, R, blah. I was like, yep. Oh, God. Oh, I thought those were trees. Okay, Spirit Biter, that's not as big a deal.
Hey.
Let's do that.
Yes?
You mock your enemy.
It's not working!
Yeah, these guys should be tearing them up at this point, like these guys, because they're not that impressive. So.
Of course.
They should be tearing them up here. Bethesda, yep. Batman has no bugs. I did indeed, Rogan. I did indeed kill the bear. Yep. Took down that bastard bear. Yes, I did. Check more of that western side, I think. Yes, I did. I took down that bear. As Polar would say, I gave that bear what for. Then I went back and I ended up killing them because they attacked me because I told them I was going to turn them into the magistrate. Because, I don't know. Just trying to be honest, you know. And they're like, no! And I'm like, because I only had their word to go on about what had been happening. And I was like, I don't know. Oh, this looks not ominous at all. Hey, what's up, Law? Bugthest. Well, Bethesda's whole system is they just wait for their mods to fix it. You know? Human skeleton.
It's not working!
I think it's working alright. Oh, wait. Oh, skeletons.
That's it!
like how the dwarf skeleton's near death when it was literally already near death. I mean, it's in death. Is that near, like, life? Alright, cool. Very nice, very nice. So we got a transition point there. We got another transition point there. Alright. We'll check out those crypts in a minute. Ooh. Ooh, what is that? Fine. Oh, an arbalest. I've heard about the arbalest. They have heavy crossbows with exceptionally high power. It must be hand-cranked before loading, so they have a slow rate of fire. 43 to 53 pierce. Dear God. That's outrageous. Wow, man. Wow, really? 11 to 17 pierce, blah, 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 plus 4 accuracy. 22. Can you use an arbalest? You can't use an arbalest, can you? You can use an arbalest? Really? Wow. Can you use an arbalest? Oh, no, you got your pistol. No, I don't want to take the pistol away. I don't want to take the pistol away from you. It's slow, yeah. But I figure if it's coming from these guys who normally are not big parts of my combat, you know, I mean, these guys are spellcasters. If they're attacking normally, I want them to be doing some kind of damage. So I wouldn't use it on my main guy, you know, because that'd be too slow, but I would use it on them. Arbalest. Nice. Okay. My turn is a tank, really? Cool. All right. Well, we got some stuff here, people. Oh, these are the stupid memorials. Okay. I'm not going to read these. Yeah, these are all the backers. These are all the backers. Alright. That's fine. I know what these are. I thought that was a transition point to like a crypt or something. There's been somewhat of a controversy among people who didn't like this because they said it was just taking away, it was breaking their immersion and stuff. Alright, cool. Well, that's good. Alrighty. Okay, let's set up there. Backers are listed in the graveyard because it was one of their special things. Yeah, they all were killed, no. It was one of the special things. Like, all of the people who have, like... So all the NPCs that I've run into that have the sort of souls where you could write their own story, each one of those people backed the game at the $1,000 level. $1,000 they spent to do this. And I think there's like 117 of those people. And then the people who were on the backer, they spent a certain amount of money and pledged at that level so they could get their name on the graveyard. So, and there were some people who were complaining about that it was too much and they got themselves too involved in it. And I don't know. I don't think it's a big thing. I'm not quite as hung up on this idea that, like, you know, oh dear God, immersion. You know, it's like, I mean, immersion is important to a degree, but I think that people can kind of overreact. You know, I saw what it is. I'm like, okay, so I'm not going to go click on that. And that's all. You know, it's not a big deal. Okay. More wicks. Oh, nice. Wow. My guys do not have trouble with Wicks. It's officially the case. They do not have trouble with the Wicks. It does not bother them. They do not give a crap about the Wicks. Alright, I almost got this place cleared out. We're going on to Raedric's Hold. Whoa. Oh, it's Stag. Okay, what's up, Stag? I saw them, I thought like the stag was talking to the deer. I'm like, oh, a talking stag! I was like, oh. No, it's just standing there. Okay. Alright, that's it. Not a very large place. What's up, Hippofant? Yeah, I heard a lot of good things talk about ciphers. Okay, here we go. Saving in the Esternwood. Alright, people, you guys ready to overthrow a corrupt lord? It's time to go to Raedric's Hold. Do I have a talk to beast ability? I have a talk to beast ability in Icewind Dale. I mean, in Divinity Original Sin. I don't think I have one in this game, do I? Perhaps I am wrong. I have reached Raedric's Hold. Lord Raedric looks somewhere within, but making my way inside will not be a simple task. Revolution. He's, well, yeah, he's too cruel. I guess we'll find out when we get up there, right? Oh, yeah. I hear you, Hippo. Hippo, how'd that all go down, man? How did that all go down? Was that okay? Like, did you manage to do okay with it, or what? Like, did things work out for you? Alright, so a frontal assault on the keep is a bad idea.
This is the home of the man responsible for those hanging corpses. You don't plan on knocking, do you?
No, I don't plan on knocking. I'm going to go around. Guy. Wow, it's actually not that bad pathfinding. Oh, I'll have to check that out later, game. I'm nervous about getting too close to the keep, even. Gotta go all the way around. Binding arbitration to get a raise, to get a risk to the broader issues of graduate student funding, never mind the corporatization of UOT. That sucks, dude. But I mean, you know, like maybe one step at a time, right? I mean, in one way, if you can just feel like you actually got attention, that's a big step, you know? Yeah, they're probably a pretty good distance, though, Mizu, I would guess. But yeah, you may be right. They probably should see better. See better. See better, Leah. Okay. Ooh, sewers. I think I found me some sewers. What's up, Rip Pain? Got in the mood to play Neverwinter Nights? Oh, yeah, man. I have found me some sewers. Now, wait a minute, though. He suggested the sewers, but... let's see. But didn't he say there was another way? Sewers. Or I may be able to find some way to access the upper floor of the castle. Okay, I got the sewers, but I want to check and see if there's another way that I could get in. Because I have a grappling hook. Nice. That's cool, Hippo. I mean, it doesn't help you in the short term, but it can help a whole group of people like you. You know what I mean? So... But I give you credit, man. I mean, I give you credit for standing up for what's right, you know? No, no, Rogan, I don't want to hint. I don't want to hint. I'm nowhere near hint area. Much of serious coming to Syria country for recently found a certain parallelism stories about a university English teacher forming a group of serial killers around a person as a cult. I don't know who Joe Carroll is, but a certain parallelism, what, to me? You think I'm forming a group of serial killers around me? That's troubling, Rogan. Yeah, that kind of... I've heard about that crap before, Cal, and that's outrageous. Right, exactly. And the problem is always... See, that's the thing, and this is why universities get away with a lot of this stuff. For graduate students, anyway... A heavy stench rises from the stagnant waters. For graduate students, anyway, you know, the universities know that if they can wait the grad... Because when I was at Brandeis, which is where I got my doctorate, there was a big push for... This is back in the late 90s. There was a big push for healthcare. And the thing about it is that, like, they knew if they waited people out, that the graduate students were going to leave and it wasn't going to affect them. So what you have to do is put in something in play where people fight now to help graduate students 4, 5, 10 years from now. And that's difficult to do. It usually requires faculty to sort of step up as well. But it's having that long view is difficult. Oh, the following. Yeah, I never got into that. Oh, God. You have no business here. Lord Redrick is not permitting any visitors, merchants, or traveling entertainers. Best turn right around. Okay, goodbye. I'm just gonna go over this way. Because this is where I came from, is over from the left. So, I'm just gonna walk this way here. Don't worry about me at all. Fear not. I'm just gonna go this way. You guys don't need to worry about me in the least. I'm not sketchy at all. In no way am I going to invade your keep and take down your evil, corrupt lord. Ah! See right here? I bet this is gonna let me... Okay, let me save it. I bet this is gonna let me climb up the wall. The castle's bell tower rises up over the walls before you. Thick vines have grown over the outer wall, weaving over and between the stones. The vines span nearly the full height of the wall, curling over the parapets. The overgrown vines look fairly sturdy, though it is unclear whether they would bear a person's weight. Far above, you notice that a section of the parapets has fallen away, presenting a gap in the defenses. That's right, exactly, game. So this is a tough call, guys. This is a tough call. Oh, your tuition tripling. Wow, Cal. So this is a tough call, guys. I feel like I want to go up on the roof, and the reason is I feel like the sewers is the standard, fight your way up all through the castle. Doesn't it make sense that I should try to make contact with the guy's contact, like the guy who he said has already infiltrated the castle? I think I'm going to try to do the wall thing, is what I'm going to try to do. You get a running start on the bank of the moat and leap, aiming for some of the thicker vines. Your handhold sways, and there's an ominous cracking sound above, but the vines hold. The tower looms above you. Let's climb up the vines. The climb up the keep wall is long and wearying, fatiguing some in your party, but in time the top of the wall comes within reach and you'll pull yourself up and over. Yeah, okay. See, I like this. I like this. I like this. Alright, we're up on the top. UT is pretty effed up right now. It's a public uni, wants to compete with places like MIT and Harvard. Want to increase graduate enrollment by 50%, faculty by 50%, not increase undergraduate student funding. Want to attract the best grads and professors, despite the fact that departments have been missing their recruitment and hiring targets, and also their endowment investments haven't been able to outperform the Dow. Yeah, I'm fatigued, but I'm on the top of the castle and fatigued, Rogan. Yeah, you know what, Hippo? That's... Yeah, I hear you, man. That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. You're University of Toronto, right, Hippo? University of Toronto, yeah. Hippo, you know I'm going to be... What's this now? Nope. Hippo, you know that I'm going to be up there, right? You know that I'm going to be up in Toronto, right near Toronto, for a conference in 2 weeks, right, Hippo? I'm going to be up at Ad Astra, and I'm going to be doing a live D&D session up there, as well as a bunch of panels and stuff and a reading. So, If anyone is up in that area, would love to see any or all of you up there. So I don't know if you knew that, but... Yeah. It's minor fatigue, though. It's minor fatigue. I mean, I could rest if I need to. The question is how much this helps me. Whoop. Raid regard. No, I'm not crossing your picket lines. I'm not going to the University of Toronto. I assume I'm allowed to enter Canada, right, Hippo, without crossing picket lines? I'm going to a hotel, bro. I'm not going to Toronto. I'm going to the share. In fact, I'll tell you exactly where I'm going. The conference will be held at. I would not cross picket lines. I am going to... Wait for it. Depends on where we set up our lines. What's up, Dorgo? How you doing, man? There'll be sentinels. Yeah, I'll have to be careful about it. I'm trying to see if I can avoid them. But I pause the game while I do this. I am in the Sheraton Parkway, Toronto North. That's where it is. Sheraton Parkway. Sheraton Parkway, blah, blah, blah. Toronto North. It's Richmond Hill, Ontario. So that's where it is, Hippo. I hope that's not crossing lines. Scab, yeah. It is really bad. And I want to say, by the way, because I know I have a lot of college students who watch, how bad is the winter really? I take a faculty position, right, Alaric? Yeah. I mean, listen, UT is a very, very fine school. Hey, that's not funny, Rogan. Not funny. Not fun. No, no, the thing about it is that, like, the thing is that that's publicly available knowledge that Ad Astra is being held at that hotel. So, but the thing is, that's funny, Barney. My wolf was like, with his teeth, he's like, that's really funny. I appreciate that, Sniper. Thank you. But what was I going to say? Yeah, the thing about that game, you're absolutely right that it's bad, and I want to say about that, I had to go to state school. First of all, I stayed at home for 2 years so I could go to the local branch of my state school, the University of Connecticut, Hartford, because I couldn't afford to go to something more expensive. And then my third and my fourth year, when I went to the University of Connecticut main campus, one of the only reasons I could go there was because my grandmother had passed away and had left me money to be able to attend the last 2 years. And then my graduate program, I ended up working 3 jobs to fund my master's degree and still went heavily into debt. It wasn't until I got my PhD program that we had a stipend and everything else, but I still had to work a part-time job in addition to my graduate work, in addition to teaching for them, which was part of the program. So I remember talking to my father, who's also a college professor, about this, and sort of bemoaning how expensive it all was and all this stuff. And my dad said, well, there's 2 things you can do about it. You can either be really sad and, upset about it, or you can remember this with your own students and be compassionate to them. And I have never forgotten that lesson. And so I want to say for you guys, do everything you can to go to your financial aid office. Do everything you can to try to go to not just outside sources, but do everything you can to speak to your deans, to speak to the people at your university, because most places, universities want you to stay. Retention is a big buzzword. They want you to stay. More importantly, though, I think you guys have to make a decision about balancing how much a particular degree costs vis-a-vis actually, getting the degree. But I do think having a college degree is important. First of all, it's important, it helps, with your well-roundedness as a person, but also it helps you with your job prospects. And the bottom line is that for a lot of places now, a college degree is basically like a high school diploma used to be 20 years ago. But I am very sympathetic, and if you're going through the money problems, I'm really sorry for you guys. What it should be is that you should have the ability to go into college and just focus on college. Like most of my students are working at least a job, if not 2 jobs, to be able to pay. And that's not the way it should be. I should be able to have students that are doing nothing but focusing on college. That should be your job. And so I'm very sorry about it. I just want you to know that I and faculty members like me know this. We have been trying to fight the good fight in terms of keeping textbook costs low, in terms of trying to, provide used textbooks, to, make a lot of sometimes like make our own custom things so we can keep the cost low. So we're trying, and we are aware of it, and not everyone is a jerk in higher education about that stuff. So anyway, just wanted to say that. And no, faculty should not be encouraging scabs. No, they should not. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is cool, man. Thanks, G-Man. Well, I appreciate that, but I just... It's important. It's important, yeah. No, I'm sure you do, Jassariat. So do I. So do I, man. Believe me. I just wanted to be clear that a lot of us are not. And most people that got into this profession didn't get into it to be jerks. So... I want that guy to go. Walk past me this way. Why are you coming this way? Isometric stealth. Yeah. It's very true, Mizu. That happened quite a bit to me, actually, for a couple of quest givers. Oh, god damn it. Shoot. Damn it. Well, so much for stealth.
What?
All right, guys. Next theory. I was feeling so good about the stealth. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm into that, Mike. Oh, I appreciate that, sniper. Whoops. Nice. So much for the stealth. Well, at least I get to keep their stuff. Yeah, Sniper, you know, and I've talked to some people about that. I have to say that the only thing I can say about the, ooh, that might be, I wonder if that's better than what I've got. The only thing I want to say about that is that, the only thing I want to say about that is that, I do have, I have mentioned this before, I mean, it's only speculative fiction and fantasy. But the podcast that I run has some elements of things that I teach also, and you can get that for free. There's a Patreon, and then you can get even more access. But, I mean, even, like, the free version, you can just get, like, free and get a lot of stuff from that. So that's, you know, I'm not saying it's a substitute for a full-out class, but it's something to think about, you know. 11 to 16 crush. 19 to 27 crush, plus 4 accuracy. Yeah, but that's restored. No. What he's got is better. Hey, what's up, IK? Good to see you, man. Yeah, the descriptions are always on right. That's right. That's right. Gentlemen, what's up, man? Hello, IK. Hello, gent. What's up, guys? You know what I'll say about that, Cal? Again, I want to recommend my podcast, and I swear to God, and it's not because I'm like, hey, check out my stuff. It's just because we talk about things like this. We just put live one about, which Parker knows because he just did the editing for it, but about speculative fiction poetry. And I learn a ton just like from conducting the interviews, you know, and the discussions that we have. But the other thing I want to say, Cal, is that I do not believe, I've said this before, I don't believe that writer's block exists as a thing. wondering if I should go up and deal with those guards. Oh, to the temple armory? Maybe I should go to the armory first. I don't believe in writer's block as such. I think what writer's block is... I'm going to go up here. Actually, I do want to deal with those guards. It's a stand-in for something else. I think what you're actually blocked by is something more along the lines of something else that's not working quite properly in your life, where you're frustrated with work or relationships or other circumstances. So I just want to point out that writer's block is such, when people talk about losing their muse, one thing you can sometimes think about is how to get that muse back, is to kind of, is to sort of analyze other aspects of your life and see about those, because sometimes writing is just an extension of that. So, thanks, Shadow. Oh, he's coming in now.
Hey,
Okay, good. I was gonna say, I was like, what?
I'm here.
Yeah, for sure. Which I know, Cal, that's not, I'm sure that's not like that helpful. We were like, okay, thanks a lot. I'm saying your life is even worse than a writing problem. But what I'm really saying is just that if you can sort of put it in its proper place and recognize that what you're dealing with is probably not just like, oh, I've got this situation that I'm dealing with that frustrates me about writing, but rather I have a situation I'm dealing with that frustrates me about life. That's kind of a different thing. Yeah, totally agree with what Mike said. And Mike, of course, you guys know this, I believe, but for those of you who don't, Capoeirist Mike is my friend, Mike Underwood. Mike is a very talented author, and he and I are writing buddies and friends and talk about stuff like this all the time. And Mike also is on a podcast called Skiffy and Fanty, which is a good one as well. And Mike's absolutely right that that you can be inspired by so many things. It's one of the reasons that I do what I do here, because being able to hang out with you guys and chat and stuff like that, the ideas I get from you guys and the ideas I get from the games I play are inspiring. And the biggest, most inspiring thing, honestly, for me, is when I go and see other creative things. For example, one of my big influences is Cirque du Soleil. I love Cirque du Soleil. And Icarus, which is the graphic novel that's coming out, Icarus is directly inspired by a Cirque du Soleil show I saw probably 5-6 years ago, I want to say. So it really does make a difference. Just making sure these stats are still fine. Okay. They are fine. So, yeah. Inspiration can help. Yes, in part, game. Yes. I think, well, there's no question that writer's block is from fear. The question is fear of what? Fear of failure? Fear of completion. Remember, if you complete something, all of a sudden, it's out there. It's also a fear of letting go. If you write something that you produce, yes, there's the fear that people will criticize it, but the bigger fear, to me, is then you no longer control it. Because once you release something, once you write something, the book then, or the story, or whatever, the poem, becomes a relationship between you who wrote it and the person who's reading it. And the actual event, the reading event, happens in between those places. And you will receive the books that I wrote based on your own experience, as well as my experience that created it. So, for example, when I wrote The Third Sign, one of the bits of feedback I got about The Third Sign was I heard people talking, a couple of people told me how much they appreciated the fact that I had looked at war and collateral damage and the sort of effects of war on the civilian populace, on the people that didn't fight it. Now, I had been thinking in general about wanting to paint a well-rounded picture of what combat involved, but it had not been my first step to think, oh yeah, I want to, what I definitely want to show is just, what happens to the people in peacetime. I wasn't necessarily thinking about that, but that was something where that person said that they were moved to think about war and peace in a different way because of my book, and that's partially because of the way they received it. So that's partly it. When you let your book go, it's no longer exclusively yours. And there's definitely a fear that's part of that as well. Also, what Mike says about discipline, 100% true also. 100%. Durant says is Mick Foley. That's funny. To the temple storage. All right, well. Yeah, let's hit up the temple storage. Oh, yeah. Keep kitchen, huh? All right.
Nice and quiet.
Books belong to their readers? Yeah. Whoa. Priest robes. What does that mean? I can blend in with the priests. Holy crap. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Guess what? I'm a priest. I'm not a real warrior. I'm actually just a priest. It's the most ridiculous looking out. What is that outfit? What the hell is that? What? Dude, like, I've heard of V-neck, but for real? I don't even... What the hell is that? Oh, Candide. Oh, yeah, Voltaire. Voltaire, great stuff. Yeah, I know. I'm hoping that there's another one. I'm hoping this other one has more robes. Yes, it does. More robes. Oh, God. That is too funny. What the hell is that? It's a Y-neck. I did. Now they all blend in. Look, they're priests. And also a wolf. Is my wolf a priest? And my dog? My wolf's a priest, right? Right? Is my wolf a priest? It should be fine, right? My wolf, is he fine? Oh, I hear you. Well, I mean, I'm a musician too, Jessariat. As you know, I play music and, you know, write songs. And I guess the reason that it's different there is because when you're playing your music, especially if you're doing it live, you're always, like, reenacting it, you know? But there's, like, an artifact when you produce a book or a story. Yes, you can read the story, and I think live reading is very important, but... You know, when you write something, it's sort of finished from you. Whereas with music, you're always making it new again. Technically, I guess an album that you release is an artifact, but then everyone wants to hear, like, bootlegs and get live versions, too. So, I don't know. I don't want the wolf. The wolf needs to wear one, right? Yes, the wolf does. Oh, God, that's precious. I don't know which way to go. Do I need to, like, walk around chanting? Oh, man. Congratulations, Lego. You're a classical and jazz musician. Nice, Joss. What instrument, if I may ask? What instrument do you play? Classical and jazz, where it's at, man. I love it. Mail armor. Ooh. Ram horn helm. That's pretty cool. No, that looks stupid. Never mind your ram horn helm. I'm deeply, deeply disappointed. Wolf priest class, right? Somebody wanted to finally get their thoughts on paper. You have any advice for those that aren't classically trained in creative writing? Yes. Yes, I do. The first thing to do is, first of all, getting your thoughts on paper you should do all the time. It's helpful to carry. In fact, I'll show you what I carry. Well, actually, I carry a couple things, but they do wear collies. That's true, Cat. What's up, Cat A Canary? Guitar, piano, lute. You sing to alto. Lute! Nice. My guitarist, I play in a progressive rock band. My guitarist is classically trained. He's very good. And he plays also lute and viola da gamba. But game, let me show you this. This was actually given to me by my mother-in-law, so I'll give you an example. Something like this. You guys see this? This is my Hobbit notebook. Oh, yeah. Something like this can be very helpful. You have to have a journal of some kind, a notebook, something. And my recommendation is not to have it be a phone, because although you can write things down on your phone, there's something about they've done studies to show that the physical act of writing, as opposed to typing, can make a difference on something that's like paper. Also, the benefit of writing on paper is you don't have to worry about batteries, obviously. So I think you should be writing stuff all the time, little vignettes, little snippets, things like that. But I think the most important thing that you can do, game, and I'm sure you already know this, but is to read. And I don't mean just read like, oh, read for fun. I mean, start to read like a writer does. Mike will confirm for you that when you start reading as a writer, one of the things that happens is, although you find yourself, you do a lot less of the sort of, you're not as necessarily swept away in the work as much. I don't have nearly as much of that experience as I had when I was a kid, where I read something and I just get lost in it. And part of the reason is because I'm always looking now at the craft. But the trade-off for that is that I get to take great pleasure in seeing how the craft actually happened, how it actually shaped the story and the work. So reading for that, reading to see how these people actually put their work together is very helpful. Second thing I would suggest is to start listening to online resources, like podcasts, for example. I mentioned Speculate, but if you want to do the speculative fiction side, Writing Excuses, Brandon Sanderson, Mary Robinette Cole, Howard Taylor, and Josh Sanderson, I believe it is. They run a podcast, which is, I think, 15, 20 minutes in length, which is very effective, and gives some writing suggestions, sort of tangible suggestions for people, not even just in speculative fiction. Also, if you go to the Iowa online writing workshop page, which is called, I think, OWA, Iowa OWA, that has a lot of resources for writers that can also give you some thoughts and ideas to get started. But the biggest thing that you can do is to be always writing and to always be reading. And if you can do those things together, eventually you can get to the point where you start writing some short stories. They will be terrible to begin with, that's fine. And then you start getting some feedback on those stories, preferably from people around you that you can trust to give you an honest opinion. But if not, then people you can go to workshops and things like that. Eventually, you can start doing what I'm doing. I actually just did this today. I just did the first of 2 workshop pieces that I'm commenting on for NorwestCon, because I'm part of the Fairwood Writers Workshop when I go out there. These people submit their work, and then a series of professional authors get to comment on it. So I just did that today. Obviously, I do that for my students all the time, but I just did that today. So you can do a workshop, and that will give you a chance to get some feedback from pros. Obviously, a creative writing class can be helpful so long as you look at the credentials of the person teaching it. Does the person actually have professional publication credentials? I don't understand people that teach creative writing courses and have never been published. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, you have to be able to write well enough to get published before you can teach people how to write well enough to get published, it seems to me. But there are community colleges that offer these. Sometimes libraries will offer workshops as well. So that's a way that you can kind of up the ante as well. And then, of course, online places like Absolute Write, ABSOLUTEWRITE is one example. Places like Backspace, which you have to pay, I think, $15 a year to do that. But that gives you access to a lot of online writing resources with a lot of big-time writers. If you guys know the book Water for Elephants, that was actually written by someone, Sarah Gruen, who got her start on Backspace. So I know her a little bit, or of her a little bit, basically. So that's a place as well. And then that's basically it. The last thing I would recommend, if you can go to conferences or conventions which have a writing focus, like in Colorado, there's the Pikes Peak Writers Conference. Obviously, the ones that I go to, the Origins Library that I'm a part of in Columbus, Ohio. Origins is a gaming convention, but it also has a writer's track. Gen Con, that Mike and I are both going to be at. Gen Con, the Writing Symposium, the Writer's Symposium is a big deal now. Terry Brooks is the guest of honor. Pat Rothfuss has been the guest of honor before there. Bill Willingham is going to be there. There's a whole bunch of other things that go on there, and they run tons and tons of panels and programming that you can get advice as well, and they run workshops as well where you can do those things. Put all that stuff together, and you'll have some time to do it. So, all right. Sorry. Apologies for the rant. Sorry. I mean, I was asked a question, so I don't know. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I hope that's helpful, game. I just wanted to give some suggestions. Yes, 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 yes. And also, Brandon has done a couple. He did a video talk to my video chat to my class. I was teaching his book, The Alloy of Law, a couple years ago, and I have that archived on my website as well, so you can check that out on the academic side. So, sorry, guys. Sorry. Game time. Apologies. You know the deal, man. You get me on a writing thing, and like, hold, brother. Pardon my interruption, but I don't seem to recall seeing you before. I've only recently taken my vows. And who is this? Redrick's new mercenaries. I was told to show them to their post. And be about your business. Outstanding. This is pretty sweet. Yeah, Wax and Wayne. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about the long rant, but I was asked a question and then... what are you doing there?
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Love this music. Oh, alright, cool. I bet they're not going to let me into this. Okay. I was like, I'm a priest, brother. I'm going to take these things for my studies. Perhaps I could,
Indeed.
I'll just, oh god. You know what else is you know what I want to check quickly? I want to check quickly and see if there's anything in that temple armory. I know they can see me. I'm not stealthing. I'm doing the thing where I search for things. Dragon, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Oh, hi. I want to go to this temple armory that's down here and see if anything, see if there's anything good here. Shh. Fine breastplate. Fine mail armor. I really like that second chance. Priest robes. Fine mail armor. Alright. That here. This music is awesome. Okay. Because how fast I talk, I wouldn't have understood anything? Aw, man. They make me feel bad, Varney. I was trying to talk fast because I didn't want to spend too much time on this thing. (16 deflection, -8 accuracy. 16 deflection, -8 accuracy. +4 shield deflection. Yeah, but it grants bash, though, so... What's up, Tats? I'm playing on normal difficulty. I am playing on normal difficulty. I went to this armory just to make sure. Actually, wait.
Light.
Just because I don't talk like a typical uneducated American. Yeah, no, I know. I know, but I was feeling bad about the whole speaking
I
fast
wonder
thing.
what this is.
Aha! That's why you sneak around. What is that? Rite of Walking Shadows.
And what does the flame reveal?
What is that? Friendly AoE. +3 stealth for 156 seconds. Oh, that could be useful. Oh yeah, not so much, right, Dragon? There you go. It's good though, man. Gives you character. I just finished grading 28 fantasy fiction papers and doing a workshop response. I have to do another workshop response tomorrow, and then I have to write a short story. Finish writing a short story. I started already. Finish writing a short story by the end of the week. Then I get to grade these. These are midterm exams. And then I get to grade these. Those are short stories. All of that within about a week and a half. Fun times. Okay. That's cool. So I'm going to put that there. So the smileys, the emotes and stuff like that, you can find by clicking, if you have, I think it's Better TTV, at the bottom of the window, Mizu, there's a emote menu. There's like a little smiley face. If you click on it, that will give you a list of the smileys that like everyone can use. And then as far as the commands are concerned, is it exclamation point commands? Can somebody, I don't remember, is it exclamation point commands? You can go to my job. No, dude. I have nothing but admiration for what you do in your job, dude. I do not want your job. I am not complaining about mine. My point is that everybody, you know, we all work. I work hard too. Believe me, I'm not stealing my paycheck, but definitely, I mean, it's a job that is definitely the kind of thing that you have to. It's definitely the kind of thing that you need to learn tricks to help work with these things. Thanks, Dragon. All of this while, of course, I'm working on my 4th novel. So, well, it's okay. It's the life I lead. Yeah, definitely they can. Okay. So now that I know what we had in the armory, to the outer bit. Oh, hi. Hold, brother. No one is to leave their post until Raedric gives word. Where are you going? I'm sending back to my post. And just where are you